The star rivalry between Vinicius and Mbappé threatens the stability of Real Madrid. Spanish media reports have revealed the growing rivalry between stars Kylian Mbappé and Vinicius Jr. within Real Madrid, amid an unspoken battle for stardom and influence within the team. According to Spanish newspaper Sport, both Mbappé and Vinicius are eager to prove their superiority, something that became evident during their match against Rayo Vallecano, where the competition to score goals and lead the team to victory was clearly noticeable. The newspaper pointed out that the relationship between Mbappé and Vinicius is fluctuating, with moments of mutual support but also visible tension. They exchange encouragement and apologies when necessary, but when one of them has the ball, they rarely look for the other. The report also highlighted that Mbappé collaborates with teammates outside the penalty area, but becomes more individualistic inside it. On the other hand, Vinicius tends to hold onto the ball and isolate his teammates, particularly Mbappé. The newspaper observed a scene suggesting a lack of harmony between the two stars on the field, despite there being no clear indications about what's happening in the locker room. However, it's evident that both prefer to work in their own style, with Mbappé focusing on finishing attacks with precision, while Vinicius excels in dribbling and penetration, without a clear synergy between their playing styles. This issue is exacerbated by the similarity in their positions, as both prefer to play on the left wing and cut inside with their right foot, making it even more challenging to achieve harmony between them. Coach Carlo Ancelotti has tried to calm the situation, stressing that the players are working together, pointing to Vinicius's assist for Mbappé's goal and the individual effort Vinicius put in to score. However, Ancelotti's attempt to ease the tension has not convinced many observers, as they believe the rivalry between the two stars is now an undeniable reality, raising questions about the future of this partnership within the Royal Club. Rodrigo. I aim to make history with Vinicius Jr. and Mbappé. Rodrigo Goes, the star of Real Madrid, talked about the match the Merengues are playing against Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Champions League competition. The game between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, which was part of the first leg of the round of 16 in the Champions League, ended with Real Madrid winning 2-1. The Brazilian star said during an interview with UEFA's official website, "Matches against Atletico Madrid always have a different atmosphere because it's a derby." Rodrigo. I have a special relationship with Ancelotti, and he is the reason for my development. The Brazilian star continued his comments, saying, "We are the two biggest teams in the city, so the atmosphere is different, and playing against them is always a special occasion." Rodrigo went on, "Playing alongside Mbappé and Vinicius Jr. is truly special. Playing with great players is a dream, and being a part of this attack is amazing." The Brazilian continued, "Our understanding grows day by day. We get to know each other better, and we perform better. This is just the beginning because we have a great history ahead of us to write." Rodrigo also emphasized the special relationship he has with Carlo Ancelotti, the head coach of Real Madrid, considering him a key factor in his development since the day he arrived. Real Madrid sets its demands to reform refereeing in Spain. Vinicius Jr. argues with referee Juan Martinez Munuera during a match between Real Madrid and Osasuna, March 16, 2024, Reuters. Real Madrid has outlined its demands for reforming the refereeing sector in Spain. The club has been embroiled in heated debates over refereeing in recent weeks, complaining about what it perceives as bias against them. Real Madrid will participate in a meeting on Wednesday called by the Spanish Football Federation with the refereeing committee. The club, represented by executive José Ángel Sánchez, will listen to proposals for improving the refereeing system. The meeting will also include Luis Medina Cantalejo and Carlos Clos Gómez from the Technical Committee of Referees, as well as other clubs, including Real Betis and Sevilla. Spanish Football Federation President Rafael Lozano may also be accompanied by Javier Tebas, Vice President of the Federation and President of La Liga, as reported by the newspaper AS. The report also stated that the Spanish Football Federation is considering changing the refereeing system, possibly following the model of the German and English leagues. In England, referees belong to an independent body, but they are funded by the English Football Association and the Premier League. The newspaper added that the key change in the Spanish system would involve each referee's performance being reviewed by a referee official, who compiles a list of mistakes and successes and evaluates the referees. This evaluation is recorded in a computer system, which determines whether referees are promoted to La Liga or relegated to the second division at the end of the season. The report mentioned that the Technical Committee of Referees is closely linked to the Spanish Football Federation, even though the referees' salaries are paid by both the federation and the top-tier clubs, which contribute about €1 million annually. Referees in Spain earn around €265,000 annually, a figure that exceeds €300,000 for international referees. This makes them the highest-paid referees in Europe, with referees in England earning about €195,000 and in Germany around €190,000. However, the Technical Committee of Referees is the least independent, as its offices are located within the Spanish Football Federation headquarters, and it reports directly to the president, who appoints its members. AS stated that Real Madrid will attend the meeting with the aim of listening and cooperating, and supports anything related to the independence of refereeing, but in a complete manner, without any organic or financial ties to the Spanish Football Federation, or La Liga. Hansi Flick surprises Real Madrid with an unexpected comment. Barcelona coach Hansi Flick appeared at a press conference after his team's match against Benfica in the UEFA Champions League, where he answered several questions about his team's performance and ambitions in the competition. However, what stood out in his comments was his focus on Real Madrid, Barcelona's traditional rival, whom he described as a team always considered a favorite to win both the UEFA Champions League and La Liga, regardless of the circumstances they face in any given season. Flick began his remarks about Real Madrid by saying, "When we talk about the UEFA Champions League, the first name that comes to mind for anyone is Real Madrid. This competition is inseparable from this club, regardless of the other competitors or the condition the team is in. Every season, we hear about other teams being favorites, and we see great levels of play from various clubs, but in the end, when it comes to the decisive stages, you find Real Madrid there, fighting for the title, and often succeeding in winning it." The German coach emphasized that Real Madrid has a unique identity in the Champions League, which makes them the perennial favorites to win the title, even when the team is not at its best. "We've seen Real Madrid win this competition in times when it was said that they weren't in their best form, and we've seen how they overcome top teams in the toughest moments. This ability is not just a coincidence, it's part of the club's identity, something deeply rooted in its history, mentality, and the players who represent it. They have this unique spirit that always makes them believe in the possibility of winning, no matter what difficulties they face." Flick then praised the quality of Real Madrid's players, describing them as the best in the world right now. "When you have players like Kylian Mbappé, Vinicius Jr., and Jude Bellingham, you have a team capable of winning any competition. These names are not just outstanding players, but they are the kind who can change the course of a match in a single moment. They have the ability to turn any result around, and they possess the technical and physical qualities that make them among the best in the world." He continued, "If we look at Mbappé, he is one of the most decisive players in the world, with extraordinary speed and the ability to finish chances in front of goal with pinpoint accuracy. Vinicius Jr. has developed incredibly in recent years, and now he is a constant threat to any defense. As for Jude Bellingham, he is a complete midfielder with exceptional vision on the field, along with his intelligence in positioning and scoring crucial goals. When you have a team with these players, you are undoubtedly a favorite to win titles." Flick also stressed that Real Madrid's strength is not limited to the Champions League, but extends to La Liga, where they are always considered the favorites to win the Spanish league. Real Madrid is not just the strongest contender for the Champions League, they are also always the favorites to win La Liga. They have a complete team, with experience and quality, and they possess the ability to maintain consistency in results, which is something every team needs to win La Liga. He explained that competing against Real Madrid in La Liga becomes even more difficult when they are at their best. Competing against Real Madrid in La Liga is the hardest thing ever, because they know how to win tough matches, and they have a winning mentality that makes them fight until the last moment of the season. Even when they face difficult games, or when they are in an imperfect situation, they know how to get the 3 points. and that makes competing against them extremely difficult. Flick also spoke about his great respect for Real Madrid and the significant impact the club has on European football in general. We must acknowledge that Real Madrid is the benchmark of success in Europe. They set the standard by which other clubs measure themselves. Any team that wants to be the best must be able to keep up with them, because they are always at the top, always fighting for titles. The Barcelona coach concluded by saying, "For us at Barcelona, we know that competing against them won't be easy. But that's what makes football exciting. Facing Real Madrid means you're playing against one of the greatest teams in history, and that in itself is a challenge that pushes you to give everything you have. In the end, football needs teams like Real Madrid, because they make competitions more competitive and provide fans with unforgettable matches." Breaking news: Real Madrid midfielder on Guardiola's radar for the summer transfer window. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has added Real Madrid midfielder Eduardo Camavinga to his list of targets for the upcoming summer transfer window, according to British network Sky Sports. The agency responsible for Camavinga, CAA Stellar, has strong ties with the English club. However, the player has not yet decided whether he wants to leave Real Madrid at the end of the current season. Camavinga has a contract with Real Madrid that runs until 2029, but reports indicate that several clubs are interested in signing the French midfielder. Camavinga has struggled with inconsistent performances and injuries this season with Real Madrid. He has missed 18 matches so far due to injury, and recent reports suggest he has also been dealing with back pain in recent weeks. As a result, his playing time has been limited, having featured for only 1,367 minutes in 25 matches.